that is for me my space where I can stop and disconnect and feel alive again. I've become, being in contact with marine environments, natural environments for many years. I've seen them change rapidly over the years. So, some of the places I went to when I was younger now don't even exist as marine habitat. And every single, scientific prognosis for the future about our marine resources is all, really grave. And I think that, the seas are going to be some of the most sort of crucial things we lose in the following generation. So for me, it's certainly we need to, highlight that and bring attention. And I always really enjoy just the sort of reclamation of nature and how, you sort of realize how insignificant humans are when you see they're encroached and covered and how we're just a sort of very small part of the ecosystem instead of a city which is so imposing and dominating. Everybody's caught up in their micro world, but when you freeze it, or if you turn it to stone, then you're able to stand back and judge it, whereas everybody's in this race, constantly moving, that's not able to reflect on it, or not able to sort of look at it from a distance. But I think when you capture it in a sculpture and then put it into a different context, so you put it into the sea, I think you're able to step back and look at sort of the absurd way we're living at the moment, and the unsustainable way we're living. And I think it takes you out of it and affords you that space. It's just been runaway capitalism for the last kind of 50 years, and now I think we're starting to see a change, and the idea of a rising tide or a changing tide is that the situation's not completely lost. We are able to affect change, and by creating this wave of opposition, I think we might be able to do it. Just a completely new visual experience, also new clarity of water, salinity, light, so it was a new challenge, and also just I was drawn to the landscape of Lanzarote. It's such a visually stimulating place. It's so dynamic, so raw that it was a perfect setting. I can see the horizon everywhere, and I can see mountains and the sky and the sea surrounds us. Just that freedom that it affords you mentally, I think, is really important. I mean, the idea of Lanzarote and creating this botanical garden is I kind of want to demonstrate this again, the relationship with humans and nature, but maybe sort of integrate it more, to be slightly more sort of conceptual, where there's this kind of true amalgamation of both the forms. And also at the same time, I want to kind of create a piece that's about this widening equality gap. the Atlantic Ocean works. It doesn't, it's not as rampant as a tropical sea. It doesn't grow in the same way. The changes to the forms will be much more minimal.
It's a way of opening up the field of nature, because nature is a living artwork. Jason deCaires Taylor's contribution is to add the cultural layer to an artwork we are a part of. We are nature, we are living art ourselves. If you think about César Manrique, he was a pioneer in designing with nature. His contribution is as much architectural as artistic. These artworks, which will be underwater, will be added to by nature. Nature will grow on them. They will change over time. In this context of the Canary Islands, Jason deCaires Taylor's work is like an echo, a memory of what humans have done, what we are doing, who we are. A new way of looking at the human's place in nature, which is not contra, but in harmony.
I want it to become an interface or a portal for people to cross that line of the sea, you know, to look into this other world. The natural environment is 100 times better than anything that can be man-made. You know, the man is constantly trying to replicate nature. So I try to think of more as my works as a platform for the natural elements to display themselves. You know, and sometimes it works very well when you use a figurative form. You know, the way that the organisms attach to themselves. Some of the sponges that grow on the sculptures, they have veins, they have capillaries, they have forms that mimic our own anatomy. I like the idea of us being reclaimed, obviously, by nature, but so that we are not only dominated by it, but also there's just a slight presence behind it. We are in the background and not in the foreground the whole time.